10? She goes, no, I don't think so. Well, I think you do because I see a $5 bill laying on your headboard every morning when I go in and shut the lights off after you go to school. Oh, she says. I told Mason, I said, well, we can use your $100 tonight if you want me to. Instead of giving me the $100 on your birthday. No, that's okay. I'm not going to eat. God.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Hold on tight. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Hold on tight. You're in for one incredibly awesome ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. #1 on YouTube. Tonight we have with us Ayden Thacker. Welcome to the show, Ayden.
Thank you.
So, Ayden, how did you get started in racing?
So when I was 10 years old, my uncle took me to the first ever race of my life that I've been to. It was the High Miler Nationals for the go-kart race. And my uncle's friend, Matt Marlowe, he let me hot lap one of his quarter midgets. And after that night, he said I was a natural and had me drive the quarter midget for that season. And I ended up buying my own car and started from there.
Were you the least bit scared when you got behind the wheel for the first time?
No, I was pretty confident. I mean, I was a little worried about wrecking somebody else's car, but luckily I didn't.
All right. How much success have you had as a race car driver?
I've had a fairly decent amount of success. I've won 2 championships at Sandusky Speedway on the dirt, and I've won a championship at London Raceway on the asphalt.
Okay. So, when you win races, how do you celebrate your victories?
Normally just hang out with friends and family afterwards and celebrate.
Okay.
Not too much.
What's an awesome day at the racetrack look like for you?
Making a lot of progress with the car and meeting new fans and making new friends.
All right. What's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you?
Bringing the car back in one piece, not having a bunch of work to do, and
All right.
a bunch of improvements.
Okay. Um, what's the story behind your racing number? Where did that come from?
It was from my favorite NASCAR driver, Richard Petty. He's kind of who I'm based off of. I like Richard Petty a lot. And also my favorite football player, Paul Meadow.
All righty. Okay. So, what class do you race in, Ayden?
I race in the 375 box stock class, quarter midget, one heavy 160, unrestricted animal, and then I'll be running a 350 super modified next season.
Very cool. Who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
I have Grape Racing Components, New Era Servicing, the Spotted Dog Pet Salon, Fisher Custom Printing, Zolnite Lawn and Landscape, and Palmetto Painting. Oh, and also James Oil.
All right. Are you still looking for sponsors?
Yeah, we can always use some new sponsors. Racing ain't cheap, so we can use all the help we can get.
How does one get a hold of you to sponsor you?
You just look for, we normally look for local companies or someone that we know and ask them if they'd like to sponsor us, and they most of the time say yes, and we get the sponsorship, but it would be nice to get a big corporate sponsor eventually.
All right. Do you guys have a racing page on Facebook?
Yeah, we have a racing page on Facebook. It's Ayden Thacker, T&M Family Racing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, reach out to him on his Facebook page if you'd like to sponsor him or get to know him better. All right. You said your racing hero was Richard Petty. Did you ever get a chance to meet Richard Petty?
No, I did not.
What would you say to Richard Petty if you had a chance to meet him?
I'd probably say is nice to meet him and that he's somebody that I look up to and that I eventually do want to get to his spot one day in NASCAR.
All right. Who's on your racing crew?
My mom and stepdad have been with me the whole way, and my dad too. And I got my buddy Rich DeWitt Jr. and JD Evans, and some of my other friends come in and help sometimes, and other family when they're able to.
All right. Who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
JD Evans and Rich DeWitt Jr. are my biggest friends at the track.
What's the best piece of advice you've gotten as a race car driver?
Um, Never give up when things get hard. You will have your bad days and not finish well, but go back home, work on the car, and make improvements, and go out and do better, and try to always do as best as you can, and never give up.
What's some advice you'd give a new race car driver?
Um, Probably about the same thing, really. Just
Do you
always try your hardest and do it, do what you can.
do you have a racing nickname?
Yeah, my friends and family call me Thacker the Throttle Lacker.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, when you're strapped in your race car getting ready to go on the racetrack, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to go out and do this?
And I normally just sit in the car and try to sit back and relax and get a game plan on like what to do on the start, whether I should try to like dive low or and go under or try to take it 3 wide around the outside.
Do you race on pavement or dirt?
I race on both actually.
All right. Beans, okay. You race on pavement or dirt. Are you pretty good about reading the racetrack?
Yeah, when I'd say I'm fairly good at, adapting to the track as it changes throughout the night and during the race.
When you're racing on dirt, do you like a wet, heavy track, a dry, dusty track, or right in the center?
I like to have it right in the center because in the mud and if it's super dusty, it is really slick and you can wash up on the track real easily. And with the mud, you get a bunch of mud all over you and you can't really see that well. But I mean, once it's right in the middle, a nice like wet and grippy track, and your car hooks up really well and pretty fast.
All right. What do you like to do for fun outside the racetrack?
I like to hang out with my family and friends and like ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes and go to parties and stuff.
What's your school friends think of you being a race car driver?
I mean, they think it's pretty cool and they have mentioned that they do want to come out and watch and help me this season.
All right. Is there any big races you're looking forward to racing coming up?
Um, Looking forward to going to Fort Wayne, Indiana for the Rumble, and also next year going to some new tracks and the Outlaw 350 Super Modified Series.
All right. With the Outlaw Super Modified Series, what is another big goal you have with your racing career?
Honestly, my biggest goal is to eventually one day work myself up into the 410 World of Outlaw Sprint.
Okay. Do you have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us?
Um, I think it was about 3 years ago at Sandusky Speedway. We were in a race and I came out of turn four and I ended up getting sideways down the front stretch and rolled the car. And luckily, somehow, I don't know how it happened, but no damage occurred to the car, and I ended up getting pushed back off and finished the race.
Wow. That is pretty miraculous on that deal.
Yeah.
What is your home racetrack you race on?
My home racetrack is Sandusky Speedway and Lorraine Raceway Park, but Sandusky just sold and Lorraine's up for sale, so not sure where we're going next.
What's your favorite racetrack you've ever raced on?
Probably Sandusky Speedway on the dirt. I love that track.
Is there anybody else you'd like to thank you for helping you get this far with your racing career?
I'd like to thank New Earth Surfacing a lot. They've put up a lot of stuff, a lot of money for us to be able to continue doing what we do.
At this portion of the show, Ayden, I'd like to turn the mic over to my guest. If you have a couple questions you'd like to ask me, you can ask me a couple questions.
I was curious on what got you started in doing this podcast and whatnot.
I've been a racing fan for 30 years. Yeah. And I always wanted to work in the racing industry, and here was my opportunity.
Yeah, this is a good way to get into it.
Yeah. You have any other questions for me?
That's all.
All right. So, Ayden, I'd like to thank you for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career, getting to know you a little bit better. I will have you step out, and I will call you a little bit to thank you in person.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Yep, not a problem.
All right.
That was Ayden Thacker on our racing show tonight, talking to us about his racing career. Go hit up his Facebook page that he mentioned if you'd like to get to know him better or sponsor him. But if you'd like to sponsor our racing show or be on our racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-713, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. Have a good night. Or you can text us at 7 callers